So I remember a long time ago, I read a book by Orson Scott Card, and he spoke about, in one of his descriptions of his writing process, he spoke about how that there are in history nations that could be described in two groups, meaning the center and edge nations. And he talked about how that there are certain nations that that they, because they're on the edge of a continent, they need to do certain things. They become very expansionist because they don't have resources, and so on and so forth. But there's other nations like China, or Rome. These places that are in the center of a continent. Where they kind of has this sense of superiority and stability, and so on and so forth. Now, this idea is not exactly what we're going to be thinking about in itself, but this concept of the center and the edge is very important, I think, to understanding traditionalism and modernism. And essentially, traditionalism is the idea that our central ideology, our essential principles, should be opposed to any outside ideologies. That is, the center is against the edges. Modernism in the Catholic Church is an idea of trying to bring in outside ideas, saying, okay, I want the ideas of the Enlightenment. I want the ideas of progressive modern ideas. I want to bring these things in. It's taking the edges and opposing them to the center. So traditionalism is the center opposed to the edges. Modernism is the edges opposed to the center. There needs to be this deeper principle of a kind of metamorphosis in which the center and the edges are becoming united in a proper way without dissolving each other, and such that the edges extend the center, and such that the center redeems the edges. And that's the most important thing we could do, because we want this to all work out. We want the core principles to be able to modify the essence of the exterior things so that they can become an extension of the tradition. We want there's something good in the outside ideas, but they need to be modified so that they can be redeemed.